finishing 1, 2, and 3. So if we continue onward, we have our finishing 1 video, which basically starts working on really tweaking that relationship between the bass and the kick drum and trying to get the bass sound a little better. Right here, basically what I'm doing is we're putting a sidechain on a compressor to really kind of squash down that fret noise. It's a lot of high frequency stuff happening in the bass there. So you can tell that as that works on it, the bass is going to become smoother and such. And in just a moment here, we pull up an EQ, work on the EQ there, and really pull out a lot of those high frequencies that are, pull them down at least. And now you got a richer bass sound. And that's just basically in the process of mixing. It really wasn't working, those bright sounds in there, and so decided to. And as you can see, it actually fits quite well now. And then in this video we continue on to tweak the kick drum and the bass. Try to get the bright aspect of the kick drum there. And then of course after that we just continue on working on levels and such. Try to make everything balanced. Okay, so there's finishing 1. Let's go on to finishing 2. Okay, so in finishing 2 we start working on automation. And so some of the first stuff to automate are the vocals here. So basically we have our distorted lead vocal. And then when the chorus comes in, we've got the doubled or tripled vocal. And we really want more of the chorus vocal sound to be these nice sounding vocals and not the distorted sounding vocal. So that's basically what we're doing here. And then we continue on, get all the verses like that. And then we've got our vocal for the bridge and the ending, and so there's some automation to be done there to make sure that's loud enough. And those two really don't need to be at the same level, and so it's going to be adjusted there. And then of course in the process there's a little bit of tweaking of the compressor on that vocal for the bridge and such. And then there's that same vocal that's hitting at the end there. Okay, and then finally we take and bring up some extra levels in there and try to get things more balanced. So let's go on and see what we did in finishing 3. Okay, so in finishing 3, basically we turn to the guitars, do the automation of the guitars, and you know, this intro part was probably noticed every time it hit. It was kind of awkward when those guitars came in, and it was for the purpose of having that fade in there just like that. And this is actually a reversed version of it that was done in the editing, but we're putting that kind of fade in here in the automation stages. But basically as we go on, the guitar parts kind of change during the ending section, the ending solo as well, and the guitar solo. And so we're just kind of adjusting the levels of those guitar parts. And then we just have to do that throughout the rest of the song. And we've got our acoustic guitar, which needs to come up during that same solo section because there's less instrumentation there. It plays a little bit more bigger of a role. Just adjusting in the bridge with that third guitar. And that's what we do in finishing 3, just adjusting the automation of a lot of the guitars. And that concludes our finishing 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we do in 4 in the next video.